feel of the cotton.
Yes.
But Sue, why it's got a very small box construction on this?
It has, and that all aids for lots of different reasons. But the main thing what we talk about with this duvet, because you've got this beautiful 100% pure mulberry silk throughout the duvet, as well as the added cashmere now as well with this. This is why this takes this to a different level, which literally holds all of that, all of those sheets of silk, and also don't forget now with the cashmere as well, exactly in position. When you pick this up, there's literally not one part of this duvet that
it's
you
weird.
cannot
Honestly,
feel the silk and the cashmere throughout.
So just explain this, right? When you feel it, it's as if it's got an even, and it doesn't move.
No, it's a completely even.
So inside here, how is it constructed then? Not only, when she tells me something, I listen, because she is a quite remarkable lady within the interior design, and you may have seen her in the glossy magazines and the television programmes. Susan Southall is simply the best in the business. This is, so you and I were very fortunate because Downland, the company, were very good to us, weren't they?
They were. We've got such a fabulous relationship with them that, as you said, when they bought this to us, they gave us the exclusive to launch this here at Ideal World. And as you said, myself and you did actually do the launch. And we just could not believe it when we saw it, could we? Because we both did a little bit of research beforehand and had a look at the prices of what cashmere and silk duvets were out there on the market, which were hundreds of pounds.
And you always said to me, and we spent a long while doing this, Sue, what's the team? This is the lowest ever price I've seen on a 300 thread count Santine duvet set.
Yeah, we have. We've got a fabulous duvet set, which we're going to show you in a second, but I'm just going to actually quickly draw you down to this one first, though.
This is our launch hour special.
This is our launch hour special. This is our faux silk bedspread. Now, how beautiful. Look at the sheen that you get on this. It's like a real sort of Dupion silk-esque type material, isn't it? It has that beautiful sheen.
It's got that sheer sheen. Susan, is this right? I think it's meant to be $34.99, that.
I know, how amazing
is
that?
It apparently it was meant to be $29.99. We've got it at $14.99. And it is massive, this. It's 180.
We have it doubled, but you can see here how you could quite easily have it on the bed.
Oh, my
like this,
goodness.
And it covers the bed beautifully.
That's beautiful.
It will cover up to a king-size bed as well, so you can see just how wonderful that looks.
361699. $14.99. Now, apparently we've got other colours as well, right? Now, it's so busy, this.
Let's go to the bed.
This is so good, this show. Honest to goodness. We're going to show you one of the highest thread counts of a bedspread set I've ever seen.
Well, it is. But, I mean, again, if you think about it, though, relating back to what we were talking about with our beautiful effect throughout, we've got the gorgeous white colour here.
Isn't that beautiful?
And again, the great thing, because we're talking about 300 thread count, means that you're getting longevity. And the great thing when we're talking about duvet covers and pillowcases is that, again, when it's something like a 300 thread count, it gets better and better every time you wash it. It gets beautifully soft and really does have, as we say, that longevity.
You always say to me, when you've got a heavy thread count, Sue, the more you wash it, the more flexible and pliable the fibres become. Now, we've got it in the white. You get the duvet with the 2 pillars. If you get the single, you get the 1 pillar. We've also, do you know what?
Fabulous white for your winter, but equally for spring, but also, let's face it, cream.
Oh my God. I wish you could feel this at all. It feels as if you've just won the lottery. That must be, if I had money, this is what I'd have. You would. And again, when you think of the prices, actually, you don't need money with these prices. No, well, Sue's just said it. It's 355,514. We're doing now for the king size.
That's Super King.
For the Super King, it's $34.99. Here's the numbers. I don't know. This is the most luxurious bedding.
It's the greatest show we've done, isn't it?
Honestly, it's practically, I know we're not giving it away, but it feels like an absolute before Christmas sale.
It kind of is, isn't it? I think we're kind of having a January sale early, aren't we? Which I think everybody tends to these days, don't they? But you can see here as well, we've got the fitted sheet to match the beautiful duvet set that we've got. And you can see here just how deep this is for a fitted sheet. It's brilliant. So again, if you've purchased one of our wonderful mattresses here at Ideal World, or if you're thinking about purchasing our 5-inch topper, this would be beautiful to go over the top.
I mean,
wonderful.
It's the beauty of keeping you warm for Christmas. It's the, as we go into the spring, but having a boudoir, and we're talking the high echelons of design. I mean, you lie in this, and we spend a third of our life. So is that what the draper? I've never seen anything, right? You drop it, and it just drapes.
Yes. You don't get the clumps of material that you would get with your traditional style duvet.
Now explain this to me then.
Yep.
So with a norm, I would get the clumps of the fabric of a duvet.
All pushed into each individual segment, but with this one, because of how it's constructed differently, as we said, it's literally like a giant sheet, but these constructions, the box constructions, keeps all of it in position.
Now, ladies and gents, right, you've just got to feel this. It's just the most... It is
something that we could afford to buy, and you know, the great thing, as we said, with Downland having such a relationship, it meant that we had the launch and that we could afford to buy something like this.
When we went to, and I know we spent a long time, you said a wonderful thing to me. You said, you're forgetting one thing, that some people can't sleep under feathers.
No.
Right, so they go for man-made fibres. But in this case, Mother Nature has given you the most pure luxury of warmth. And we're going to explain this, because so explain to everyone, it disperses the moisture, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. The great thing about it, as we said, is that silk, as well as cashmere, has this amazing ability to be able to self-regulate with temperature. But the other great thing about this as well is that how it's constructed, and it goes back to what we talked about right at the beginning of the show, whereby you have this grid-like system of how the silk cocoon is laid out, the long silk threads. So you literally have a grid of silk, a big shit about this one, yeah.
We're doing a half price box filler goose feather, right? We're doing it for $14.99. Let's be honest about it.
Let's be honest.
We're not going to waste any time. Buy this, because you can't. $294.99. Look at the size of this. A box pillar for $14.99.
Well, do you know what? To even get just a goose feather and down pillar for these kind of prices is unbelievable. But to get with the box construction, as we know, it's one of the most popular ones we do. In fact, I'd probably go as far as to say the most popular one that we do here at Ideal World. It's unbelievable. You get amazing loft, you get the natural breathability, but because you've got the box construction, even more loft and luxuriousness with it. Look at that.
$294.995. There's the item number. It's on your screen, $294.995. Can I just say, if you're getting the cashmere and silk, not only the most luxurious the goose feather and down box pillar for $14.99. That's a $5 in your flexi basket. Get ready. How would you like to spend the night under the most luxurious of fabrics probably we've ever slept under?
A little bit better.
Do you know, Kerry was telling me earlier, can we do a little bit of maths here? What if we had that we bought the king size cashmere and silk duvet, and then we add this, right? So you've got a double bed, you've bought the king size of the cashmere silk, then you've bought the double of this quality duck feather bed topper, right? So what does that make our flexi pace for the Super King? £215. On 3 flexi pays, it would be $71.66
for a complete bedding overhaul.
A complete bedding overhaul, and we're talking cashmere and silk.
I know, cashmere and silk and duck feather, 5-inch topper. Which again, it's that thing that they always say duck feather, because you get a smaller feather, which gives you extra structure and stability. So it's exactly what you want to be sleeping on, to give you all of that support, all within these beautiful channels as well, to keep the feather in position.
Can I just tell you, we've got the complete sleep solution here, right? Everything in the double, if you've got the 5-inch top...
And into it, don't we?
Oh, I've
we
got
kind
to
of stand up
say
and then we go, no, let's just sit down.
Sue and I was just saying, it is, I know this sounds silly, but honestly, is it not the most tactile
thing
you've ever touched? And to sleep under it. Sue and I were genuinely saying this. Do not miss this. It's the one opportunity to get the lowest ever price of what simply is, and I make no bones about this, the very best duvet we have ever done.
Yeah.
There is nothing to touch this. I mean, in quality of Mother Nature, in the way it performs, in the hand stitching and the detail stitching of it, the 10-year warranty.
It's unbelievable. It really is intelligent bedding, and what I love about it is the fact that, you know, it really does go to the heart of what Mother Nature does best. We've taken all of those amazing properties, harnessed those amazing properties of Mother Nature, and thought, well, why not use them ourselves? If it does all of those amazing thermoregulating things for that beautiful little silkworm that we've talked about, why not allow that for us? Why not allow us to have a night whereby during the night, if we're too hot, it helps to keep us cool. If we're too cool, it will help to keep us warm. To think that this duvet will take you through all 4 seasons of the year is truly unbelievable. And the fact that we've got the 10-year warranty means that you're not going to have to buy another duvet for 10 years.
Yeah, and honestly, there is nothing like it you'll have ever slept on, under. And I do mean this, if you're unhappy, you can return it to us in 14 days. If it's a Christmas gift and for a newlywed couple, for a daughter, for a son, if they're moving into a new house. I bought it when Sue and I've got to say, I paid £30 more because I got the king, all right? I've got a double bed, but I went to the king, right? Upsize for the king, right? So you designed stalls,
absolutely,
right? And the reason, because, Sue, is I suppose basically they were out of the reach of most of us.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you think about, you know, you've said before, if you think about your, you know, if you wanted to buy a cashmere jumper or a silk scarf or a silk blouse, how much that would cost, because they're 2 of the most luxurious fibres that you can get. To think that you could have that within your bedding system, I think most people would look at you as if to say, really, you're a bit soft. There's no way that you can lie under cashmere and silk, because it would cost you, as it can do, hundreds and hundreds of pounds. Yet, as we said, because of the fact we do have this amazing relationship with Downland, because they give us amazing products, we can bring them at these fabulous prices.
Let's first of all talk about, the first thing you notice about it is the drape.
Yes.
And the cover, can you just say, first of all, is it the waft and weave that's creating that sheen?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the softness, it's like a baby's skin. It's super soft and velvety.
It really is. And again, the thing is, when you go up as far as thread count's concerned as well, you get more longevity with that as well. So you'll know you're getting something which is going to be super strong, but also super soft as well. And as we said, you do then get that beautiful sheen to it that you can see. Now, you know, we did earlier in our 9 o'clock show, we actually had a duvet cover that was 300 thread count, and to get a cover at 300 thread count is amazing. But to think that you can actually get your duvet encased within 300 thread count is fabulous.
Now, for the next thing, everybody looking at home, and it was the first thing when I saw this, the encasement on it is quite small.
Yeah.
Why?
You have this beautiful, tell me the words I'm after.
The silk and cashmere, the encasement of it.
Yeah, what am I calling it? Cassette construction. Do you know what? It's gone already, hasn't it? It's no good. Only a few more hours to go. You've got this wonderful cassette construction. Now, the great thing about the cassette construction with this is all down to how the actual duvet is constructed. You have the beautiful silk is laid out in like a grid-like system. So what you get is almost a big giant sheet of silk.
Right.
Don't forget now, though, we're talking about cashmere added in as well. But you, in essence, have one sheet, a layer upon layer upon layer of silk and cashmere. It's laid out in this grid-like system. Then what you have is the actual duvet cover that comes on top of it, and literally the silk is stitched into every side, bottom, and then literally this cassette construction that holds all of that sheet in place.
Now, the next thing to tell you is, you've got loft with this, but the first thing you'll notice, there is no clumping of fabrics or materials. Now, why is that?
Because in your traditional cassette-style constructions, what happens is your single cassette there, whatever fabric you've got that it's made up of, whether it be feather, whether it be hollow fibre, is literally pushed into each one singly. But as I said, because you have literally, it's almost these sheets of silk, it's laid out evenly, the silk and the cashmere, and it's literally stitched to keep it completely in place. It is not going to move anywhere at all. So a complete even distribution of the pure silk, the pure cashmere, and we're talking about 40%.
Now this is really important at home, because we had an email before. We want to make this quite clear. These are 100% cashmere and silk, but they are divided into...
It's 40% of this duvet is your cashmere, and 60% of it is your pure mulberry silk.
Well, so you'll talk to us in a moment about mulberry silk, because it is one of the finest in the world.
Yeah,
all right.
Absolutely, the finest.
I just wanted to just go away from that in a second. What you'll notice, and when I got mine, when you do this on your bed, right, it drapes. Do you see? It just drapes to the bed. And we'll show you this again. Now, the folding of the bale of it means that the whole fabric just plumps over your bed. But it's when it's over your body...
It cocoons. It literally does feel like, you know, you think about where this comes from, and as I said, we'll talk more about the science later, but the cocoon of the silkworm, it does have that effect. And again, because of how it is this construction of this sheeted layer and layers of silk and cashmere, it does simply just flow and cocoon over whatever is there. It's beautiful.
Next thing, the first thing you'll notice, and when I bought mine, and I've got to say I paid £40 more, and I did exactly what Sue said. I sleep in a double, and I upgraded to a king. Now, the benefits, first of all, why do we do that, Sue?
Well, one, you get the beautiful drape. You get that hotel quality, that magazine look that people, you know, will look at these beautiful designer beds and go, wow, I want my bed to look like that. It's because they upsize, you get that lovely look of drape. But again, for me, it's all about when you're in bed at night. If you're like me and you move around quite a lot and you hog the duvet, you're not going to be losing that if you're the other person in there, because you've got lots of duvet to go around. Now,
we must tell you that the Super King is allocating very quickly indeed. The double is £60 saving. The Super King
comes down to Mother Nature, and we really harness those powers of Mother Nature within the bedding system.
Well, if you just talk, are the jars down there, quick?
Our jars, I think, are down over that side.
Just while I just grab the, I want to Sue showed me something earlier, right? And this was fascinating to me, okay? First of all, this is the man-made fire, and so explain.
Yeah, this is what we can traditionally, a lot of people would normally sleep on, your hollow fibre. And you can see, as far as hollow fibre is concerned, it's very dense, it's very thick, there's no breathability to this at all. So you lie underneath this, and what happens? Well, you start to heat up. Well, where does the heat go? It rises, hits all of this dense mass above it, and comes back down to you underneath, who heats up like a pressure cooker then. So what happens, you start to perspire. All of that perspiration, if you said to anybody, what's two of the most luxurious fibres or items that you could buy or that you perhaps own if you're lucky enough to own? I know certainly I'm one of these people that I go into certain high street stores and I'm drawn straight away to jumpers and cardigans. I look at the price and think, ooh, and I know straight away it's cashmere and it's out of my price range, and I'm devastated. But you look at them and they just look so beautiful. And same for silk. This is the most luxurious that you could get.
The final piece of information, and there's, we're going to cover a lot more of this, but the final piece of information is, never in all my time on television have I seen a warranty like this. Now, Down Under so impressed with this, and so the quality of it. So what have they done? It's
the confidence that they have, that they've given a 10-year warranty with this. Now, that does show you confidence. And as we said, I think that comes from the fact that, first and foremost, we're talking about 300 thread count cotton cover. That's absolute longevity. Again, we're talking about mulberry silk, which is the finest grade of silk, second strongest natural fibre, and again with your cashmere. So they are that confident that they give that 10-year warranty that this duvet will stay as it should be for 10 years. Who knows how long it's going to last after that? They're not saying it's going to fall apart after 10 years. They're just saying they're confident it's going to be like this.
The thing for me is that the moment you touch this and you see the finish of it, you know you've bought very high-end quality.
Absolutely.
The feel, the look. Now, the King and the Super King are busy, and you've got a 14-day money-back guarantee, and if it's a Christmas present, we've got an extended returns policy to the 25th of January. Can I just say, why don't you sleep under it? Try it. You'll fall in love with it. We'll tell you about the differences as well when you sleep under this. What Sue wanted to do was, because we're doing the very best of luxury end bedding, we wanted to give you what I call another feather bed, because that's what it is really. This is the lowest ever price. We're doing the single on 353038. It's a 5-inch elastic. Look at this. You're saving £80. Wow. It is. That's the single. You're saving £80. It is on flexi pay of £25. Now here's the double. All right. The double. Now this is ridiculous. For £5 more, you're saving £115. And go and look for yourself. Sue and I did today. You are going to pay a fortune for these. It is not only because it's duck feather, it's not only because it's 5 inches. Item number for the double is 353039. £115 saving on the double. You won't have seen it. Now, if you're going for the King, these are amazing buys. £10 more, it's £64.99. It's the £135 saving.
Unbelievable.
Please go and look for yourself at a 5-inch. The item number for the King is 353040. But this is the complete luxury package. The Super King, you're going to save, it's £10 more than the King, but you're saving £145. And look at that. Look what Sue's showing you. It is amazing.
It's unbelievable. I mean, I don't know that I've ever seen a topper like this. 5 inches. It really is unbelievable. If you think of the amount of duck feather that is literally in this duvet. Duvet, see, because it feels like a duvet.
Does it? But it's
unbelievable, isn't it? In this topper, it really is fabulous. And again, it's not just about that. It's the fact of how this is constructed. You can see from the pipework here, you've got the channels, which is so important, because when we are talking about 5 inches, the amount of duck feather you've got, you need these channels to be able to keep all that duck feather exactly where you need it. So you're not going to wake up next morning and it's all going to be down one end or on one side. But then also you've got these elasticated straps on all 4 corners as well. Yeah, and that's going to anchor this in place.
I promise you, just go and look for yourself at the big department stores what you'd be paying for a 5-inch duck feather top. Now, I've called this an extra feather bed, but you add that to your cashmere and silk, you are going to be as snug as a bug in a rug for the winter that we're expecting in the end of December, January, February. There's going to be days when you're actually going to lie in, because this is unadulterated luxury and comfort. Add that to your cashmere and silk, and you have got one of the finest beds to sleep in.
Oh, I mean, this will completely upgrade your whole sleep system, won't it? To have something like this underneath you, not only is it going to add that extra layer of warmth in this time of year, but let's not confuse that. That doesn't mean that come spring and summer you need to take this off, because you're not. Because again, we're talking natural, because it's duck feather, so you've got that breathability. It just adds that extra layer of luxury to your mattress, doesn't it?
Now, just let me give you a little help about the maths with this, because we think this is such good value. If you got the double memory foam, the double topper, right, for your double bed, okay, and you got, we do mean this, Sue and I have been so enamoured with this, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
I mean, to own it is to love it. And I do mean this genuinely and sincerely. I bought mine